Welcome to my first ever YGO YouTube video. Really fun card game you can play with your friends or just online through Discord by remote dueling. And I strongly recommend it if you want to learn more strategic thinking. It contains monsters, spells, and traps, and extra cards sometimes if you want that type of deck. Anyway, let's just get this started. So, before I do start, actually, I will post more videos known as Rise to Altergeist Champion, Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, once I learn Altergeist at its maximum power, or if I get the cards at its maximum power, then I will stop calling it that, and I will be calling it Champion of Altergeist. But that might not be forever. Off by 3 Meliseek. This card is a really good card and is essential for this deck because you can attack directly with this, and you can send a card on your opponent's side of the field to the grave. We have probably the best card in this deck, 3 Multi-Faker. Multi-Faker also is a search card. It can search your Altergeist monsters. And then the reason 3 Faker is because this is a trap-based deck, and he special summons off of a trap activation, and then he can special summon another Altergeist directly from the deck to the field in defense. And it's honestly a pretty good card. It's probably the best monster in this whole deck. Or the deck. Probably the extra deck. There's better monsters. Next is 3 Altergeist Marionetter. I'm gonna finish off the monsters, and I'm gonna explain. 2 Altergeist Silkwotis, and 1 Altergeist Concurry. The reason why it's 3 Marionetter, I've seen people play 2, and it works out for them. I like to play 3 because getting a trap getting this when you normal summon it. This is the card you want to be normal summoning. You can get an Altergeist trap directly from the deck to the field, and the good thing is it avoids Ash Blossom because it does not add to hand. It actually just sets to the field. And also, next is Altergeist Silk. 3 is too many, 1 is not enough, 2 is the right amount that you would be wanting to play. If it's sent to grave, you can add an Altergeist trap directly from your graveyard to your hand, and he has a quick effect. Return 1 card on your field as cost, and then return an opponent's card to the hand, and that is goes both target as well. So again, not another Dragoon outage, but Silk, pretty good card. It's really good if you have both Silk and Fake on the field, because then you can get a free bounce of Fake or Silk gets negated. I think 1 Concurry, it's honestly the right amount you want to be playing, because this special summons and negates an attack, and while it's face up on the field, it can negate 1 card in the field that does target. But you can do a hand loop, or like a double negate attack, because you can special summon Concurry if it's fine, and you can activate its effect, and most likely the person would attack Concurry next. Silk to return Concurry, and if it gets negated and destroyed, then you have that. If you have another Altergeist on the field, say Faker, you can special summon Concurry again and negate a second attack, because it's not once per turn. And that's why you should only really be playing 1. You can play 2 if you want. I run 3 Altergeist Manifestation, 2 Altergeist Protocol, and 3 Personal Spoofing. These are all the Altergeist traps that you will be wanting to play in the deck, because Manifestations special summons from grave. If you do draw it in your hand without spoofing, or an Altergeist monster in your grave, it's a brick or a very bad draw. But you can still, I play 3 instead of 1 because most Altergeist players play 1, is because you can get a 5 special summons, because you can banish a manifestation, add an Altergeist trap to your hand from the grave. Protocol 2, because it most likely will stay on the field for a while if you have the right traps on the field. This makes these monsters cannot be negated, and you can negate one monster effect that your opponent activates. Activation goes through. And then we have Personal Spoofing as our search card, shuffling an Altergeist card cost to add an Altergeist to your hand. Probably the best trap in this entire deck. Cards 3 Hextia and 2 Prime Banshee. People normally play 2 Hextia, 1 Prime Banshee. I'm one of those players who play 3 and 2, because Hextia is you can negate a spell or trap effect by tributing an Altergeist it points to, and then Prime Banshee can, during your main phase only, tribute one other Altergeist card, or other Altergeist monster on the field, and special summon another Altergeist monster from your deck to a zone it points to. That's pretty powerful. It's a link 3, so you might not be going into it a while. You might not be going into it all the time. And then now we have hand traps. I only have these hand traps. 3 Veiler. Honestly, this does work out for this deck. 3 Veiler, it's a pretty good, it's not the best, because it's only during main phase. It has helped me out in some situations, and it's a good hand trap during main phase. Then we have a Spellbook Engine, we have Spellbook Magician, and 2 Spellbook Knowledge. I do have Secrets on the way to search out any Spellbook card, add a Spellbook card to your hand so you can add Knowledge, activate this, send that, and hopefully get the draw, because that can get negated by Ash, which Ash is the best, well not the best, but it's a hand trap that people play. And I play a lot of people in this Discord server. Below we have, and they're very annoyed by the mirror forces. So I'm just watching this. I'm gonna show you what mirror forces I play. So you obviously know Storming, Mirror Force, Normal, and Quaking. That's it. And I play a lot of 1-0s in this deck. I know someone from the server, his Discord name is Rated Godfresh, he has a channel, DD Gods, this Mirror Force can really, Storming and Quaking are both Dragoon outages, and I put Mirror Force in because it's just right and it does work out. Next we have a Solemn. I don't Strike if I had it, but right now we're just playing 1 Warning, 1 Judgment. If you've read Solemn Judgment, Solemn Warning, you would already know when I play that. Solemn Strike, read that. 3 Fiendish Chain next, and then 3 Compulsory Evacuation. These are not the best traps, but most of the time I use them, they resolve, and it can help me out in some situations. Fiendish Chain can help me out, it's a 2-dimensional barrier. You can still flip it up if they don't have any, and activate it if you don't have any, if they don't have any other, like, because this doesn't negate Xe, Synchro, and Pendulum, and Ritual, so it's good for Drytron. And Numeron, there's like a Numeron guy for it. Pretty good. And then we have 1 Mirror Wall as another trap to play, having the attack of the opponent's monsters, and 1 Forceful Checkpoint. Forceful Checkpoint is not the best. I would be citing it, but it actually has helped me out in most situations that of people that I've played. Next we have the extra deck. So we have 1 number 39 Utopia and 1 S39 Utopia the Lightning. You mostly just want to go into the Lightning once you get Utopia on the field, and you can get that pretty easily if you have a Marionetter on field, Marionetter in Grape, and you have a Protocol face up, because targeting is the cost, so they can't negate it. Send Protocol, summon Marionetter, overlay into Utopia, if that's fine. The Lightning's a pretty good card because when it attacks or battles a monster, you can your opponent cannot activate any card effects until the end of the damage step, and during damage calculation you can make its attack 5,000, which is really good. And then next we have Salamangreat Almirage, Secure Gardener, 2 Linkuriboh. Linkuriboh and Almirage are in here because I have somewhat of monsters like Silk and Meliseek that link into either Almirage or Linkuriboh, and that can help out because you can go straight into Secure Gardener if you have it. If you don't have it, stick with the Linkuriboh until you get Secure Gardener, and don't play Almirage if you don't have Secure Gardener, because you mostly want to go Almirage first to Secure Gardener. Just some Link monsters that can help out somewhat. 2 Pentastag for piercing battle damage. Most of the time they're not in defense, but Pentastag can help out if you just need that little tiny extra boost, because most of the Altergeist cards are not less than or as the same as Pentastag, which is 16. That can sometimes help. I've not really gone into Pentastag a lot. We have Nightmare Phoenix. If it's co-linked, draw 1 card. When it's link summoned, discard a card and destroy spell or trap. And I've used this once against a Dino player because I just needed that extra defense on my field. I used Quaking Mirror Force against him, and he had 2 UCTs on the field, so I flipped them both face down. He didn't have a way to get rid of it until he tributed for Nibiru, so I just summoned Geonator, normal summoned Marionetter on this side, and swapped control of the monsters, because if he had something big, then that could protect me. And finally, we're getting to the end. Moving on to the side deck, we have the Possessed engine. So we have 2 Possessed partnerships, 1 Unpossessed. Possessed partnerships is in here because Silk is a spellcaster with 1500 defense. So if he's in your hand or grave, it's obviously a trap. So activate this, special summon the Silk, and most of the time you're gonna have 2 attributes on the field, so you won't get the second effect off. And Unpossessed is just a special summon Silk from the extra deck, not the extra deck, the deck, if you ever need it. Then we have Lose One Turn and 2 Lost Wind. Lose One Turn is in here. It has helped me out against, again, a Numeron player. He was really good. Anyway, Lose One Turn is in here because I used to main deck it, but I could only find 1, so I decided to side deck it. And Lost Wind is basically another Fiendish Chain, so if I need 2 more Fiendish Chain, that just has the attack but negates a special summon monster's effect, it's right here in the side deck. Then we have Secret Village of the Spellcasters, Metaverse, and Terraforming. Secret Village because every single monster in here and most of the monsters in here are spellcasters, but if your opponent has a spellcaster on the field while Secret Village is on the field and you have a spellcaster, then you won't be able to actually get the effect. It's not the best to go against. Anyway, to top it off, we have Dino Wrestler, Pankratops, Raigeki, and Dwemer Path. This is just to add a spellcaster effect monster, but it's once per turn, so I would suggest running 2 or 1. Raigeki's obviously a 1-of, and Pankratops is a 1-of as well. And that really just does it for my whole deck list. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe copy some cards if you need to, but I hope you have a great day. Bye.